hacking radio stations to play with glory holes. Now, this would be better if someone hacked into a radio station and drilled a glory hole. But
I mean, yeah.
I broke into the radio station to drill my own glory hole, you know. I mean, there's a level of believability too that this is what, according to the radio station, their explanation is just as believable as saying that someone broke in, drilled a glory hole, told no one, and just let it sit there until there was a staff incident. And then it blew up because some staff member found the glory hole and decided to use it.
I mean, that only happened once in my radio career.
And that's why you no longer work in radio.
It's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons. But yeah, I feel like it's the greatest cyber attack ever to hack a radio station's system and put Steel Panther songs on the playlist.
Not just that, you have to know. So the story goes that this radio station in South Africa played Steel Panther's Glory Hole, which the article says features lines such as, "Honey, I don't want to know who's sucking my dick today," and "Gonna blow my load at the Glory Hole." And this is at 2:00 on a Sunday afternoon too. So it wasn't like it was after hours. And this is a radio station that plays the smoothest tunes from the 70s to today. So I guess you could say that was a smooth glory hole song. But nevertheless, according to the, what does it say? The CEO of the radio station in a now deleted Facebook post, I guess because I'm pretty sure people might have been questioning this. Yeah. He says that he wants to apologize unreservedly for the song Glory Hole by Steel Panther that was played just after 2 p.m. This song, together with others from Steel Panther, was inadvertently backed up onto our server following the cyber attack on our systems earlier this year. As all good hackers do, they back up Steel Panther onto the...
It's a hidden gem that they always leave behind. That's how you know they've been there.
It's the It's the digital fingerprint of the hackers. Remember back in the day when supposedly North Korea hacked Sony or whatever because of the movie, whatever, I can't remember what the movie was called, but the one about the North Korean leader.
Yeah, Interview or something like that.
Yeah, The Interview. And they were so angry about that, so they hacked their thing. Imagine they hacked it, didn't tell anyone anything, but they just stored Steel Panther songs randomly on a server.
I mean, look, it's a fun theory, but I'm just gonna.
Any business out there could have been hacked and be unaware that they could have 5 Steel Panther songs sitting on their server, just waiting for the right moment to be used.
I'm going to burst that bubble right now because I do have some knowledge of the radio industry. I have been in a radio studio a few times, and they get a fucking printout of the songs that are going to play for each hour. So they know, and they have to check them to make sure that they're like, because back in the day, they used to have to check that the CD was there and it wasn't scratched and stuff. And now they have to check that the audio file is not corrupted. So whoever was in control of that radio station played those fucking songs on purpose. So
I think you're talking about more advanced radio stations because according to this, when an hour is short scheduled, the system automatically includes songs to fill the hour. Glory Hole was unfortunately the song picked by the system.
Yeah, or the DJ person. Whatever. I think, wouldn't you, like, if you were running a radio station, routinely check your playlist, make sure all your songs that were supposed to be there were there, and then you would perhaps come across the songs that were not supposed to be there?
Yeah, and how many songs have been played that weren't meant to be played, but no one picked up on?
There you go.
Like, what if they threw in I don't know, Justin Bieber hit randomly? It wasn't meant to be played, but no one picked up that they were playing Justin Bieber Baby.
Yeah, that, and then right after it, Glory Hole.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like this was a fun Sunday afternoon for people of South Africa.
Well, Steel Panther posted, they say we're sorry, we say you're welcome. And then they posted an image of marked, so the Facebook thing of being marked safe, and it says marked safe from Steel Panther hacking my radio station today.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but seems a little bit far-fetched that you get hacked and that's what they do.
Yeah, we'll play a mildly offensive song, but only offensive if you know what they're talking about, which, I mean, I suppose it's not too subtle, but at the same time, it's...
How many computer servers out there are sitting there with a text file that just have a random paragraph written that hackers have left there for their own amusement?
Perhaps a few, yeah.
I mean, if you're out there hacking, why steal money and stuff when you can put random songs on a server?
Sounds like a plan.
I think it's the better way to hack. It's a way to ethically hack, if you ask me.
I think so. I think, yeah. Sharing Steel Panther is never a bad thing. All it does is build a better, stronger community. So,
yeah. Well,
good hackers there.
What is the worst workplace rules that you've ever had to encounter? Obviously, other than not being allowed to play Glory Hole on repeat.
Having to go to work, having to do your job.
Well, actually, I mean, having to go to work is literally one of the worst ones at the moment. The amount of places that, whatever reason, have decided that you have to actually go in.
Yeah, I mean, considering that you've got to, I mean, everything was set up for 2 years pretty much for work from home, and everyone's job was getting done. That's probably the worst one now that you do have to go. Also the no alcohol rule, that's a kind of a pain on some occasions. It's my birthday.
Some places.
Yeah,
Some, I'd encourage it.
That's true. Not mine, but there you go. Although there's been occasions, particularly in the work from home era, where I know colleagues of mine have been, taken some liberties with some of these roles. But I don't know. I worked in
know of staff doing illicit substances and not do anything about it.
I mean, you're in your own home. You can pretty much do whatever you want. So.
Oh, I wasn't. Some may allow that in their office workplace.
Well, that's I suppose that's a good point. So yeah, I don't know. I presume we have some crazy work rules that coming up.
Well, I mean, this guy just runs a tight ship. So this boss says that staff cannot call him by his name.
All right.
Cannot mingle at work, and no jokes are allowed.
Oh, cool.
So this person says, I'm working in one of the tech companies with a team of 3 members. Recently, we had a change of mentor, and the incoming mentor doesn't seem to be very friendly. He laid down some very weird rules. Number 1, we had to call him Dr. GX and not by his name, even though our company culture allows us to address each other like friends. He told us this is for formality purpose, and having an advanced degree, he deserves to be addressed the way relative to the commoners.
True.
No mingling during work hours. In the past, we had some loudspeakers in the company lighting up the stressful atmosphere with their jokes, but now things are different. Every time he walks into the office, the atmosphere changes. He would give us the deaf glance, and I remembered 2 days ago, one of those loudspeakers got scolded so hard by him to the extent that she almost cried. No using of personal electronic devices during meeting unless it's an emergency. This person says, a day ago, I'm pretty sure I was typing down notes on the laptop during the meeting, and he told me, hello, you emailing your mom? To protect my job, I didn't talk back to him and reluctantly apologized.
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't be apologizing. But yeah, this sounds like just one of those situations that some companies have where they've just got like dicks in charge. Yeah, exactly.
I think most people there's a lot of people of an older age in middle management who life has passed them by and they're complete losers. And so they get their value out of trying to have this authority over people. So
100%.
They want to be addressed by certain names. They won't say hello back to you if you say hello to them. Not that I've ever experienced that myself, but I've heard of people out there who have experienced people like that, people that may refer to others as a receptionist despite them being in their team and being of a senior position.
Yeah, those are called dicks.
Mostly people in middle management who probably need a better life and things to do with themselves rather than their shitty, pointless job and authority.
Exactly. I honestly don't understand a lot of these people because they take their job way too serious, and it's like, just fucking untwist your knickers for a second and relax. We're all just getting through our day, pal. So
maybe twist them so that you can get off on your kinky fantasy so that
that's for a different channel. But yeah, I remember one time in an office I worked in, it was like a call center environment. It was quite a few years ago now. And
yesterday
there was a new young person in the office, and it wasn't me. I was actually kind of sick of this job, so I was looking for a reason to get fired. But we had this rule: you couldn't use your phone on where the computers were, which is fine. But at the end of the night, everyone was on their phone when the computers were all turned off, because you're walking out, you're looking to see, is anyone going to the pub, whatever, and people are on their phones. So this one manager stormed up to one of the young guys and was like, put your phone away, like getting in his face. It was like, he looked like he was going to punch him. And two of us grabbed the manager and just flung him like towards the back wall. And we're like, don't be doing that. We're all leaving for the day. I think we all got written up on it for doing that or something, but he knew he was in the wrong. It was kind of funny though. But yeah, two of us just grabbed him in unison, just flung him against the wall. I think more people should do that to people who are dicks in jobs, you know.
Yeah. If there's anything we learned from this, assault your manager.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, if he's in the wrong, it's fine. I believe that's the law.
I'm pretty sure that holds up in legal context. I'm no lawyer, but
you know,
this is not legal advice, but
well, we didn't.
I think if you're upset with your manager, you should just assault them.
we didn't get any trouble other than like, you shouldn't have done that. Okay, we won't do it again. That's right. And funnily enough, the dude was a lot more respectful to everyone else for the next while. I think I left like a couple of weeks later, but it was still, he appeared to be quite respectful to people.
What's the value of assaulting your manager is that they have to respect you a bit more.
I mean,
they think twice before they
just to be clear. He wasn't my manager. I'd never had any interaction with him whatsoever. Like helping another guy drag him against the wall. So there you go. Yeah, it's good times. So it's a wonder they didn't like object to me leaving that company when I was like, I think I'm going to leave. They're like, all right.
You wild, dangerous lunatic.
Yeah, good times.
Well, speaking of bad jobs, what's the worst parking job you've ever done?
Worst parking job? I'm trying to think. Have I done any really bad ones that stand out? I mean, look, we've all done the whole parked kind of in two parking spaces because you were just,
drunk
in a hurry or not very good at parking a car or whatever. That would probably be about it. Yeah, I don't know.
Both drunk and high.
A little bit. So,
Well, a woman slightly did something worse. She mistook a lift for a parking spot and plunged her smart car 35 feet down the shaft.
It's how?
The 38-year-old driver, who hails from the city of Stuttgart in Germany, has plunged a stomach-flipping 35 feet down the lift shaft on Saturday after searching for a place to park a smart car. Seems like the car wasn't very smart if it allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
But being that the lift was indeed not somewhere a car should go, the doors burst open, sending her on a 10-meter vertical drop, which resulted in her car landing upside down on top of the lift. Now, this could be a good ad for smart cars, because if she survived this, then smart cars, good enough to drive down a lift shaft and fall 10 meters upside down.
Yeah, that's how I don't understand how she could do that though.
Well, she was able to climb out of her smart car and make an emergency call with her cell phone. So one, she got out of the car, but two, probably even more shocking, is she was able to make a phone call in the lift shaft.
Yeah, that's unusual.
That's the biggest problem I have with this story, is how the hell?
It is a problem. Can you imagine you were in the lift and you just hear this crash and it's like a fucking car just landed on the lift?
You hear beeping and you're like, what the fuck?
Oh man, that is fucking.
I hope she indicated properly.
Well, in that case, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, we all know what parking spaces look like. So how do you mistake a lift? Wow.
It's close enough.
Make no comment about certain types of drivers, but that is particularly bad. Yeah, Jesus. As you say, she needs to get a smarter car. So it'll stop her doing that shit. Wow.
The firemen then blocked up the demolished lift door with wood, hopefully preventing any more similar parking ordeals. Imagine someone else drove through after it.
It's like, yeah, I don't know.
They had to get specialists to get the car out of there too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I'm sure they don't get a call too often to take a car out of a lift shaft. Someone's got a specialist job removing cars from lift shafts. It's crazy. Wow. Yeah, that's
told a German newspaper that I have no idea how that could happen. Physically, I'm fine again.
I mean, probably because you drove towards the doors of the lift, lady. You hadn't done that, the car wouldn't have gone down there. So
again, I'm just going to go out and say that smart cars should be using this as their ads. Good enough to drive through a lift shaft.
Smart cars. When you're not smart, the car will save you. If you wanna use that smart car, we can work out a deal. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she should become an ambassador for smart cars.
Right. Yeah. You would think that
they need to seize on this. We should contact their marketing department and say, hey, we want to make a free TV ad for you.
We had this great idea to show your customers.
We're going to recreate it. Now, Dave's going to drive a smart car down a lift shaft. He's volunteered.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If this lady can survive, I'm confident. It's all good. I have all the faith in the world in the car. But yeah, that's well.
Yeah, well,
like humans.
Well, with the next story, now you've had a few happy ending massages.
Sometimes you just got to get a massage to end your day. This is how it goes.
This article is what happened when one woman got a happy ending massage in Bangkok.
Oh, Oh.
So Londoner Janie Thompson, now they've changed her name and it's an odd name to choose, but Janie Thompson.
I really hope every time they say in an article name change that they haven't to throw you off the scent. Like, no, that's not me. Look, they changed the name to my name. That's
yeah, and it's like some very specific name as well.
Yeah.
Homston Villenstein, something that like no one else has, and it's like,
or
that's my exact name.
Or they should change it to a celebrity's name every time.
Londoner David Beckham.
Yeah, he's a Londoner. He's yeah, exactly.
So Janie Thompson lived in Bangkok for 3 years and was fascinated by the raunchy tales her guy friends shared about their experiences in Thai happy ending massage parlors. She's always wanted to try, but had a live-in boyfriend when she was a resident in Bangkok. On a recent trip back to the city, a year since she had last lived there, she was single and ready to give it a try. However, while men are presented with options of sexy services the minute they walk into a red light district, Janie said it was trickier for a woman to have her needs satisfied. She said, I'd never heard of other women doing it, but I had a lot of male friends who went. It's everywhere and it's so accessible to blokes. It didn't really occur to me that it would be hard to get for women. She was turned down by 2 places before she found one that would even take a female customer.
Oh.
I was in Soy 33 with some guy friends. I hadn't picked which massage parlor I wanted to try yet, but I knew I was going that night. That's why we were on that street. I was really horny, but I was in the mood for what I thought was going to be an actual massage with a happy ending. That's what I was after, a proper oil massage, get the knots out of my back, make it sexy, please me at the end. I imagined the massage, some breast fondling, some bum stroking, and she'd get me off. If I had expected anything, it was a massage first and foremost, and secondary to this, additional bonus. She started at one of those places with a name like Teen Dream, where the women, many old enough to have teen daughters themselves, are dressed in matching skimpy dresses and eating noodles on the front steps. Really setting the mood here.
There we go. Yeah.
I went to the first place and they were like, oh, sorry, madam, this is special massage. And I said, Chai, I know. Can I get one? They looked dumbfounded like, huh? Said, oh, no, women cannot, in this judgmental tone, like a slap in the face. At the second place I tried, I assured them that I knew they only offered special massage and asked, do you service women? They were like, oh, it's a questionable, but okay. They had to go in the back and check if someone was there. None of the girls could do it, apparently, or didn't want to. That's when it dawned on me, oh, this might be a thing. Places might just not service women. It had never occurred to me, which I don't think many of us have really thought about.
True.
Yeah. I feel like someone should make a guide for.
I think that's interesting. There you go. I mean, I think it's accurate that most women could turn around to any of their guy friends and be like, hey, give me a special or a happy ending. And he'd be like, all right. So, just single people on single people, I'm saying. But I think it's, yeah. Anyway, whereas guys are more likely to be like, here's some money. There's my thing. Go for it. But anyway.
Well, she went to the third place and they said yes, and it costs $61. Then boom, out walks this big lineup of girls and I'm supposed to pick one. I just hadn't expected that. I mean, when you go for a normal massage, you don't pick the masseuse. They just give you whoever is there. That's when I started to realize I hadn't really thought this through. I was like, I feel horny. I want to get off. I have no dildo here and a carrot's just not going to do it for me. And there are some pretty big carrots here as well. But here are all these girls in front of me and the pennies dropping. I mean, I'd seen it in Soy Cowboy, but now they were doing it for me, not for the table next to me. It was different. I couldn't look at any of them in the eye. The madam was like, pick the one you like. And I was like, they all look lovely. Can you just recommend one? She said, Kate will be good. We went in this sparse little room. It had a mirror, a single bed pushed up against the wall, and a shower stall at one end. She told me we needed to take a shower and took her clothes off. She didn't strip in a sexy way. We just got undressed and got in the shower, and she washed me. Wasn't really doing anything for me. She was gorgeous and sweet, but there was a serious lack of sensuality. I think it would have been sexy if we could wash each other, but she was just washing me, which I didn't find sexy. I didn't know if I could wash her back. I wasn't going to try and touch her and get thrown out. Now, that would be funny if she did get thrown out.
Yeah.
I was thinking, okay, this is what I wanted. I wanted to be coyly gotten off, not clinically washed. Also, there's no aroma sense. I just want to flag that. If these guys are reading this, I could have done with some aroma sense. There's nothing like that. It's not inviting. I was down for some eroticism. That's what does it for me, not just the act itself. There was very little eye contact, and we chatted about her son, which made me think that I probably shouldn't have initiated small talk, but I was nervous. I wondered if I was a bloke, would she have told me the same thing? Anyway, that shattered the illusion of it being sexy even further. That sparse room is just that, and you have just paid money to do God knows what. She moved from the shower to the bed. The massage was very basic. Actually, it was like no massage and 5 bottles of baby oil. I thought the main part of this act was supposedly to be a tantalizing massage, like high up into your thighs and sensual. To be honest, a Thai massage and some dry humping would have been better than what we did. I wanted it to be cheeky, like, oops, when their hand slips between your legs and they say, oh, okay, car, and you can be all like, well, I guess. She would ask, would you mind if I stick my finger up your ass? And I would answer, well, I'm not sure. I guess so. Can you actually move it up a notch? So after she oiled me down, she turned me over and there was some rubbing. Oh my God, this is like a massive essay. That went on for about an hour. I didn't feel like she knew what to do with a woman. I gave her a little direction, but it wasn't really going anywhere for me. After about an hour, she said, have you come? Tell me when you've come. Are you okay? She was very sweet. I said, yeah, I've come, which I hadn't. I didn't finish, but I told her I had.
Oh, the old common, yeah, I've come. It's fine. Just finish.
Something you're used to.
Just, I mean, it's just I believe everyone says that all the time.
Now that would be a perfect t-shirt.
Why do I feel like we're getting more viewers for this episode than any other? I also would like Janie to know that I don't have any official source on this, but I don't think those girls are certified masseuses. I don't think they've done like all the study required because their regular customers don't give a shit about the massage. I'm just saying.
No, I think they are. I think they're very much verified and professionals.
Yeah, professionals. Masseuse skills, not the top. Not the top.
I'm sure they've had to go through university to understand their skills. And
I don't know. I mean, maybe some of them started doing it at school. I don't know.
They're basically like one level below like a professional athlete trainer.
Possibly, yeah.
It would be fun to go in there and ask about like injury related stuff. Like my quads are feeling a little tight from running. What should I do to fix that?
It all ends at the same way. So
I know one way.
An interesting experience.
I don't know what that did for my quad, but
So the message here, though, is if you're a lady looking for a sexy massage, probably don't go to a...
Hi, Dave.
I mean, I do my best. That's all I can do. All right.
I do it for $60 instead of 61.
59 just to get an extra discount for all viewers. Yeah, it's a weird one. I've honestly, I had never heard of a woman trying out those services. But there we go. Now we've got a full account of it. It was less than satisfying.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an upskill that they can do in the massage parlors. They can be like, take a LinkedIn learning course or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
to pleasure a woman.
We've heard about the wage gap, but what about the happy ending massage gap?
These are the serious issues that need to be
dealt with by protests. Equality in happy ending massages. Where are the protests?
They should be. They should be out there.
Yeah, well, that woman kind of wasted her money. But this is a pretty amazing spending of money. The Bureau, formerly known as the Bureau of Meteorology, or BOM, paid a PR firm nearly $70,000 to help it rebrand to the Bureau. And they forgot to get the Twitter handles for it.
Pretty basic right there.
But it actually cost $200,000, more than $220,000.
Wow.
So,
it's a lot of money.
So they asked everyone to stop calling themselves the Bureau of Meteorology and the Weather Bureau. Instead, they want to be known as the Bureau.
Which just is ridiculous anyway, but okay.
It's a good spending of government money.
It is spending of government money for sure. Good spending, I'm not so sure. But yeah, wow, that is crazy. You would think that if you were going to do such a project, you would first research everything you needed to spend the money on so that you could get the money to spend it. Just thinking.
Yeah. Well, they spent $69,300 on a contract with C-Word Communications Agency, which covered communication and implementation planning support. But then they also enlisted the help of another agency and paid it $118,177 for brand strategy and design services, including visual design, brand position and logo, as well as design support to update collateral systems and tools. And then that agency was given another $32,819 to design pull-up banners to help with community and media management.
Dude, I'm in the wrong job. I need to get into this.
$32,000 to design a pull-up banner.
And the irony is they paid someone $50 on Fiverr to actually do the work. So.
$50. They probably put it out as a bid for like $25.
They probably did. Yeah. Just banked the 32. Nice.
Yeah. And then they also awarded that agency other contracts between 2020 and 2021 for $50,000 for brand framework, $80,000 for visual identity, and $17,820 for design services.
Wow. That's quite a contract they've got there. They're getting paid a lot of money for, taking out gigs on Fiverr. But
yeah, I mean, it's really good government spending as well, because it's really offensive that we know them as the Bureau of Meteorology when we could know them as the Bureau instead.
I mean, to me, that sounds like, isn't that like a shitty Matt Damon movie, The Bureau? There's something like, I don't know, it just makes me feel like a criminal organization should be called the Bureau, not the Weather Bureau or whatever the fuck it used to be. So yeah, seems like they might have dodged a bullet, but I just, all of those brand design contracts, I need to open a Fiverr account.
No, the Fiverr account is where you get no money. It's becoming the agency that gets the deal, who then hires the Fiverr people.
That's right. That's what we need. That's what I need to do for sure.
The Fiverr account people get $4 an hour. It's the people who come up with the strategy to say that.
That's where it is. The money's in the strategy.
Now, if you pay me 150 grand, oh, you know what? I'll give you mates rates, 125 grand. Sweet. I have a new name for you. We're going to call you Dave. We're going to drop the E.
Oh, sweet.
It only costs you 125 grand to use that.
All right, cool. Can't wait to get my new business cards done up. Could you help me design those? How much would that cost?
Well, that's going to be an extra. Do you just want business cards, or you like banners too? Because I package
pull-up banners for sure to help build a community. So
pull-up banners only 35 grand.
Nice.
per one for the idea of it.
Oh, okay.
Design services another 18 grand.
Okay. All right.
It's going to have weird numbers. So 17.35 and 10 cents.
All right, cool.
And it'll just be a banner that has Dave with the E, but there'll be an X over the E. All black, but the Dave will be in white, and then there'll be a red X over the E.
I'm liking it. I think you're onto something for sure. So good.
I'm practically giving it away at these prices.
I know, yeah, but it's we gotta. You got to pay the price though, so I get it. It's all good. It's just like the reckless government spending reminds me of the. There was a story here in Ireland a few months ago that teachers, anyone who works for the Department of Education,
teachers earning money. That's reckless government spending.
No, I support that. That's
for
fine.
Free.
That's fine. But
every teacher should be forced to work for free, in my opinion.
But every month they're getting their pay slips sent to them. Anyone who works for the Department of Education in the post instead of via email. It's costing €3 million to send out these pay slips every year. I was like, dude, I'd do it for $1 million. It's fine. I'll hand deliver to every teacher in the country. But yeah, no, apparently they won't turn it to emails. I get mine by email, so I don't know why teachers can't. There you go.
You should ask for a pay rise based on that. Look at how much money I'm saving you by allowing you to email me my payslip. Now, I would like to be fairly compensated for that saving.
It's a great
also,
point.
My name is not Dave without an E.
When I see my manager tomorrow, I'm going to be like, we need to talk about a pay rise.
Now, it's got nothing to do with my work ethic. My work ethic's shit. I put in a terrible job, but I'm allowing you to email me my pay slips, and
I have not improved my productivity. I am not performing at a high level. I am not arsed in any way whatsoever. But please give me a pay rise because of my pay slip is emailed. Please.
I have nothing to offer this company. In fact, I'm overpaid for what I do. But I'm also going to save you more money by allowing you to type one extra letter each time you type my name, because my name is now Dave without an E.
Think of the savings in time. Unbelievable. Yeah.
Well, there are fans of McDonald's in the UK who can't sleep at night after a devastating UK menu update. According to this article, they've made a shock announcement that has left many fans in shock. Fans were sent into a frenzy over the weekend after the fast food chain announced they would be launching adult Happy Meals. But the big shock and what's causing devastation is that it won't be available in the UK. It's only in the US.
I mean, I don't see what the problem is. Fly to America. You're allowed to do that. It's fine. Just go on your lunch break, go straight to the airport, book a flight, off you go. Be like, I'll be back after lunch, boss. And
they've included it's a major problem. They've included a tweet from a random person that has one like, literally
Popular.
one like,
Popular, yeah.
on the tweet that says, devastated that the new adult Happy Meal at McDonald's will not be appearing in the UK.
I mean, it's probably, I'm just guessing here, I don't know, but it's probably just like multiple regular Happy Meals put together. I feel like all the menu items are probably available for you to buy. And someone's going to be selling all the bits and pieces, like the cardboard box comes in on eBay and stuff. So you can make your own McDonald's Happy Meal, UK residents.
Well, you can also buy them online, and people have actually been selling the toy for $300,000.
Sorry, yeah, you broke up there. It sounded like you said $300,000.
Yes.
For a McDonald's Happy Meal toy.
Adult Happy Meal toy.
I mean, like an adult toy, like a butt plug or something.
No, it's just like a crappy toy that like you would get in a kid's Happy Meal, but for adults.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think that's worth $300,000.
Well, you know, there's the scarcity of the market and the fact that like only anyone in the US can go buy one right now at any McDonald's, and seemingly an unlimited number of them are available.
So I could get up tomorrow, fly to New York or somewhere, go to McDonald's, get one of these Happy Meals, and sell the thing for $300,000 on eBay.
Well, no one said you could sell it. People are posting it online for that price. It doesn't mean you actually sell it at that price.
But if I undercut them to $250,000, I've got a good chance, is what you're saying. That's what I'm taking from it. Regardless of what you say, that's what I'm taking from it.
Well, no, just someone put it on a on eBay for $300,000 when, yeah. There happens to be a bunch of people that are selling them for significantly less too. So
they don't know what they got. That's why. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. I mean, I personally feel if you're losing sleep over the fact that McDonald's has done something in their menu, you probably need to reevaluate your life, because that shouldn't be something you lose sleep over. You know, just thinking.
Did you know that I was just checking in to look at it? There's like there's 5,700 plus results on eBay for Happy Meal toys.
What?
There are a whole heap of people selling any and every type of Happy Meal toy. Like here's someone that's selling a pre-owned McDonald's 2005 Neopets for $8.
Wow.
All different kinds of prices for a wide range of Happy Meal.
I see that. Yeah, sealed Cactus Buddy McDonald's adult Happy Meal toy, $30. You don't know what is actually in the bag. Wow,
bundle
some of
of
these
McDonald's Happy Meal Neopets, $1,990.
Wow. Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's phenomenal. I don't know.
What a bargain.
I had no idea. I guess people sell all kinds of shit on eBay, but yeah, the fact that they're recouping their Happy Meal costs by selling these products is kind of mad.
All you have to do is keep a complete set of 101 Dalmatians Happy Meal toys from 1996, and you could get $233 plus $204 postage.
It's good. It's good. I like the postage is high. It means you're not getting screwed. That's always. Yeah. Wow, this is going to keep me like fascinated for the rest of the day. I'm going to like look through the McDonald's Happy Meal toys that sale on
the next episode, like the whole thing behind you is just this.
Yeah, everything's just gonna have Happy Meal toys. Yeah. Just see if I can remember some from when I was a kid. See how we get on.
Remember some?
I'm trying to play it cool here. Yeah, I mean, it's good that some of them are like $1 and others are like $30 or $40. It's like, why? What's the difference? Oh,
It's different types of
Happy Meal boxes, $9.99 with $17.67 shipping.
There's someone selling a seated Ronald McDonald where they've obviously stolen from a McDonald's for $7,000.
Yeah, that's my listing. Just put the link in the description below, so anyone wants to buy that.
Yeah, just
keep buy it.
Or you post it on eBay and then go sell it, go steal it once you get an order.
Yeah, why not?
There's someone selling a McDonald's sign for $500,000. Sorry, for $5,000. Just the sign, which must have got from somewhere.
That's good. I think that's a reasonable price.
There's someone selling McDonald's Monopoly one card that it says on the thing in the photo, redeem by today. So if you bought it now,
yeah, you've got the rest of the day.
Well, if you buy it now, you'll get the estimated delivery between November 7 and 9. So 2 weeks after it's expired.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. That's all good.
It's for a Volkswagen Polo, so I'm assuming that that's the one that's hard to get. So therefore, you would get the. Because usually, like, you have to collect multiple. So I'm assuming that the other one's easy to get, and this one's the hard one.
It must.
Although it'd be funny if it was the other way around. And
how much did you say they're selling it for?
They're selling it right now for $4,999.
Wow. That's crazy. There you go.
But yeah, as of 45 minutes, it's no longer worth anything. But their auction doesn't finish for another 9 days, so
keep an eye on that one to see if you might get a bargain. Useless bargain, but
yeah. For $5,000 you can get yeah. We can buy it now for $7,000 too.
Oh, nice. What a deal.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Because it literally has the picture thing where it says that it expires today.
Yeah, that's hopefully someone buys it and redeems it straight away. That's all I'm saying, which I know is practically impossible, but they.
Okay. Now, how much would you pay for actually, I'm going to give you the price, and I'm going to say it's a rare, sealed, discontinued item, selling for $1,450. How much would you pay for it? Sorry, what do you think it would be?
A rare discontinued item
from McDonald's.
From McDonald's,
selling for $1,450. It's sealed as well.
It's sealed. Sealed. Is it like a barbecue sauce or something? I don't know.
That's ridiculous. Who would pay $1,450 for that?
I know, but people are crazy.
This is something of real value.
I mean, what isn't in McDonald's aside from everything? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Something.
It is rare, sealed McDonald's discontinued item, a plastic straw.
Oh, I'd pay for that. I fucking hate paper straws, man. I hate them.
Oh, I 100% agree with that, but I'm not paying for a plastic straw.
There's got to be a better way. We should introduce like plastic straws everywhere. That'd be. I know it's like bad for sometimes we just got to fucking say we're going to be shit to the environment for one thing. Paper straws are the fucking worst. Anyway.
Well, someone's undercutting them with one for $500.
Nice. Imagine someone buys that and like uses it and like just mindlessly throws it away. They're like, no, that was a $500 straw.
Yeah. Their wife or whatever like makes a drink in this. Or it gets bought and then they go to look at it and they're like, where'd the straw go? And they're like, I used it.
I was thirsty. Fuck's sake, man. Yeah. What a world we live in where straws can be $500 on eBay. Anyway.
Yeah. Just think of back in the day when we were getting those for free.
Getting them for free. You'd get bundles of them. No problem.
You could ask for more and they were just giving it to you.
Yeah. No, you'd get like 2 drinks and 15 straws because you were just, horny for straws. It's great. But yeah. If only we'd known the investments we could have made.
Yeah. I mean, there's still plenty of time to buy these. There's multiple. Now, I wonder if this is the same person or different people, but that same Monopoly thing is for sale for $750 or buy now price of $1,500. Different user. But I don't know how many of them there could be, and they still have the same. They still expire today, so no matter who buys any of these, there's another one where you can just buy it now for $750.
So it seems like this might not be the rare one that people are waiting for. If there's so many of them for sale.
That would be classic if it was. This is the one where everyone gets it.
Yeah.
That is wild. Now I want a straw. It's a collector's item.
Think about how much it'll be worth in 10 years' time. That's what you got to really look at. It might be 500 now. That might seem a lot, but...
This is an investment that's going to put our kids through college. There's a 1980s McDonald's hat that's selling for $500 that they probably also gave out for free.
That's completely worth it. I think I might buy that myself.
There's another of that same ticket, $500. Buy now $850.
Wow.
They're all different pictures too. It's not the same one. So yeah, very obscure.
Well, there you go. I mean, if we've learned anything today, it's that you can make a lot of money just by eating at McDonald's and selling all the stuff that you get on eBay.
I think what we need to look for is what the next thing that they end for the environmental stuff. So if they're going to change the serviettes, right? Let's say that the serviettes they go from the old style to the new modern recycled ones. You need to load up and steal as many serviettes as possible the next time you're in McDonald's.
Sure.
Keep them in a safe place. And
yeah, or like if they're like, we're not giving salt anymore, like little salt packets, just be like, can I get some extra salt? And they're like, yeah, how much do you want? Like all of it? Just give me all your fucking salt. Packets. There's money to be made here. It's a long game, but you got to play it. So. Yeah,
there's a robbery at your local McDonald's and someone says like 5,000 packets of salt. Oh my God, they stole the cash register. No, they've stolen the salt. Also, you take something like milk.
Oh yeah.
And they discontinue milk. This is the old school milk.
You might have a very short window that you can sell that in.
Or if they like stop making thick shakes or something, you buy 20 thick shakes, leave them in your fridge.
That'll be fine. Yeah.
They're not going to go off.
Ah.
Now, what's the longest you've held your arm in the air?
I don't know. Probably feel like it's a lot longer than it actually is, but
Probably not that long in comparison.
probably not that long in actual fact. But I probably feel like it was a long time. So yeah, I'm going to say something like, I don't know, 3 minutes. World record attempt.
Well, you know, this is an actual world record, and if anything we learned from this, that this guy jacks off with his left hand. But an Indian man hasn't put down his right arm for 10 years. And this isn't even a world record.
Why though? Is he like waiting to ask a question in class? He's like, come on, it's my fucking turn.
The teacher never came back, so I never put my hand down. Also, how do you walk through like buildings and stuff where like if you walk through a doorway?
What? I mean, how has he slept while holding his arm up?
How do you not sleep like that?
I mean, I'm just questioning the validity of the story. That's all.
Well,
you know,
a man in India hasn't put his arm down in a decade as a mark of respect to his god.
I see. It's one of those people. I don't know. I don't know of any religious text that says you should leave your arm up in the air as a mark of respect to the god.
Well, he says that he keeps his arm up so that God notices him.
Oh, okay. That makes no sense whatsoever. But
he says that sleeping isn't an issue, and that he doesn't even notice it anymore because his arm is now senseless.
No, he doesn't notice it anymore because most of the time his arm is down, and he just goes, "Oh shit," and he puts it back up when no one's looking. I think this guy's full of bullshit, to be honest. So.
Well, he's not even close to the world record. Jesus, this other guy raised his right hand in 1973 and hasn't brought it down for the last 50 years.
No, that's not true. I'm not buying it. I think these people are crazy. There even has to be times where absentmindedly you would drop your arm and be like, "Oh shit."
I mean, think of like what you could do if you just went and tickled the guy under his ribs or something.
But also, it's not a case where you're just like, you just put your arm up and it stays there. Like, your arm's going to get sore and it's going to physically just drop by itself anyway. You're going to not have control of that. So
yeah, but this guy is a father of 3 and quit his bank job to dedicate his life to Shiva, a Hindu deity, and a symbol for his desire for world peace. So, you know, the world's going to be peaceful while he keeps his arm in the air.
I mean, so far that's not working out so well, but but yeah, good idea, I guess. So,
well, maybe it is, and maybe think of how bad it could be if he didn't put his arm up.
I mean,
you're looking at it like, oh, the world is so bad now. Like, there may be a nuclear war between Russia and Ukraine or China and whatever. But what else would have happened if he'd put his arm down?
I mean, technically, we can say, yeah, we don't know if he put his arm down, would it be worse? For sure, we can't
you
rule it out.
You don't know that there wouldn't have been World War III by now if he didn't put his arm down.
We don't. We can't prove it, but yeah.
Yeah, so until you can prove that, I'm going to say that this man has kept the world more peaceful.
I mean, all right then. But yeah, I feel like I wish I could prove it, but there you go.
Just like you can't prove that dropping the E from your name wouldn't be worth spending $500,000 on with my
I mean, I can spend the money and then prove if it did well or not. So,
which we should. So I'll give you my bank details and let's get started.
Yeah, I'll transfer it straight away. First thing tomorrow morning. Maybe. Let's see.
Perfect. I'll get started on that banner. Document it now so I can sue you because I have evidence that you were going to pay me that money for the design services and the banner.
I'm just saying it's not my fault if the bank lose the money when I legitimately make the payment. So it's not my fault. All right. So
well, I mean, I'm going to sue
that has
you.
Happened.
And then if you blame the bank, then you're going to have to sue the bank. I'll just stuffed it up.
I'll just say to the court, if I put my arm up like this for 10 years, then it'll go through eventually. And they can't prove it won't. So there we go.
Imagine everywhere he goes to, like they see this guy with his arm up and they're like, oh yeah, what do you want? And he's like, no, I'm just holding my arm in the air.
I just hope he gets so many high fives every day. People just walk past like high five and that's it. But
like, even if, you walk into a restaurant, you walk into like a takeaway place or whatever, people are going to see this guy with his hand up. And they're going to go, oh, you okay? And he's like, I know, I'm bringing world peace.
Yeah, exactly.
I reckon they should just send him to like peace negotiations with between Russia and Ukraine.
I mean, why not? You can't make it any worse. So I feel like, I mean, hopefully, but
this is our expert. He holds his arm in the air.
He's been doing it for 10 years now, and the world has not ended in that time. So we're pretty sure
I think
got a good record.
Both of you should grow up and thank this man for what he's done for all of us first, before we can move on. We need to find middle ground, and that middle ground is that both countries should thank this man for holding his arm in the air. If we can agree on anything. I feel like that would solve the issues in the West Bank and Jerusalem and whatever. They bring this guy in and they just sit him down and say, we can agree on anything. It's that this man has brought the world peace through holding his arm out. Now, I need
everyone line up to give him a high five. Everyone. You can't be angry with someone you give a high five to. So there you go.
And there we go. World solved.
Exactly. So, yeah. I mean, look, if I wanted to break a record or if I wanted to please my God, I think I'd try and find a better way than just to keep my arm up in the air. But hey, if it works for you, it works for you.
I'm planning to jack off 30 times in a day to break the world record.
That's not the record. Anyway, yeah.
Well, but actually, I wonder what the actual record that is.
You got to push through number 7. Once you get through that one, you're fine. You can roll on like 45, 50, no problem. You just get dehydrated by the end of it. So
yeah, that's the issue.
Keep the fluids around.
Well, there is a thing on Quora. I don't know how you pronounce it, but obviously that is 100% factual. But apparently so the most times is 83 times in 24 hours by a Thailand boy.
83?
Yeah.
All right.
A guy died who tried to overtake the record after he only made it 42 times.
It's dangerous.
A guy from Japan made his country proud by the longest. The longest was 18 feet and 9 inches, or 6 meters, with a speed of 42.7 miles per hour. Now, I don't know how they officially measured that. The funny thing is that with the Guinness World Records, you can pay to have a judge there to adjudicate it and for publicity. So imagine paying to have the guy come up and just watch you jack off. I mean, you can just say that. You can just say, I'm going to break this record, so and I'm hiring you for this. Bring the guy down, and then he has to watch you.
Yeah, sounds like the worst day in that guy's job. There you go. Especially if you got to take 2 or 3 attempts at it before you get the record. So,
and then the guy from Japan, for the longest masturbation was 9 hours and 58 minutes.
I mean, he should have just held on that further 2 minutes. Just tried to hold on 2 more minutes, and then you got 10 hours. So
yeah, I wonder what defined it too. Like, how do does that mean that he's?
You're into tricky space here, but
how do they prove it too? Like,
just, are you done? No, not yet. Are you done now? Almost. Yeah, I don't know. Although I feel bad for him, I feel like he could have gone an extra 2 minutes.
Yeah,
but also the people who had to monitor him for 10 hours to do that. I mean, they had quite a day.
There is a video on the hub that came up with Guinness World Records for masturbation 11 hours, part 2.
Part 2. Yeah, well, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what inspires you to break that world record. Like, why would you be like, you know what? I'm going to make my mark on the world. I'm going to break my world record.
It's what I want to be known for.
Yeah.
It's what I want on my grave. So this video that I accidentally clicked on is 3 hours and 57 minutes.
Okay. Accidentally.
So he has 6 videos. The 11-hour one is in 3 parts with all of around 216 minutes. So yeah, what an account.
I mean, yeah, I feel like maybe he's just getting his entire week in while he can. He's not going to be able to do that for the rest of the week. So he got it all in at once. I don't know. Or month or a year or what, a quarter, whatever.
I mean, Guinness is going to be happy that, he's got the phone timer there too. So they're going to be happy to be associated with this because like the thumbnail has their logo and world record holder on the thing.
I think that's what they were initially created for. It's for masturbation records. So
videos on the hub.
That was the very first one. That was the very first world record with the longest jerk off ever.
Yeah. I mean, what do you even say after that? Well, I think it's time to go break that record.
Yeah. I think it's official that the show has peaked. You're not getting any higher than that.
11 hours and 1 second. Here we come. Literally.
Yeah.
Here we come.
in just 11 hours. Oh, sweet.
The podcast is just 11 hours of.
Look out for our bonus episodes. Oh man, but yeah,
we have some guy from Guinness World Records in the bottom corner just watching.
Yeah, he's got to watch everything. He can't take his eye off the action.
I mean, that would be worth it just to do that.
I mean, That's your kink. That's your kink. It's all good.
If
all
someone's
down for
going to
it.
donate to us, I think we should set an amount. If you're going to donate 30 grand, we will pay the 10 grand to make the guy have to watch.
Yeah. I feel like that's reasonable. Until somebody does donate 30 grand. I'll be like, no.
I mean, for 30 grand is 30 grand. Like,
yeah. It is. Can't wait to be on all the talk shows. So you broke the world record. Yep.
well, no, I mean, maybe you're confident you could break it, but I would say I have no chance. Doesn't mean I'm not going to attempt it.
Hey, going to practice.
Never said I would break it.
Going to practice and train for it and break that fucking record, okay?
All right. Well, there we go. If we get the 30 grand, Dave's the one going for it. I'll be there commentating.
I mean, it's going to be fun. We need some sponsorships. Pfizer, if you're out there, you've got a certain product that may help in the
Happy
11
Meals,
hours.
McDonald's. Yeah. You want to make your adult Happy Meal. This is the promotion you need.
Speaking of which, I think it's time to go to McDonald's and buy Monopoly tokens and Happy Meals to sell online. So
straws.
And straws and salt.
You live in a country that still has straws. You're sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah. Fucking sick of those paper straws, man. Who came up with that shit?
They're so bad.
The worst.
I mean,
anyway.
They're so bad that. Yeah.
I think everyone agrees. So why do we keep accepting it? I don't know.
Well, even worse, they're trying to bring in paper cups for everything and whatever. It's just.
Yeah. I mean, why are we saving the planet? We're not going to be around in another 50 years. So who cares?
Yeah. Not if we break this record either.
True. Yeah. But it'll be a good fun
we'll
last
have
day.
we'll have no lineage either because it'll be wasted on.
That is very true. Sure. It's fine.
I mean, it does now make me curious as to how that ends. Like, is the ending like anticlimactic or is it like 11 hours of explosion?
I think there's a build up there that comes out, and I think maybe it you're gonna have to replace the carpet, I think. And after that one. Anyway, that's enough destroying my dreams.
Until next week.